Hello, this is Sarah Brush. Welcome back to my channel. So I want to do a quick video about, and I'm going to make more videos about this topic, but I wanted to do a quick video about how I hope so much to be able to get into contact with the House Committee on Workforce and Education, including Chairwoman Virginia Foxx and also Elise, Stefanik, and other members of the committee, because it's super important that they know what happened to me at Yale during the witch hunt at Yale before they interview outgoing Yale President Peter Salovey, which I suspect will happen very shortly. I don't know if it'll happen this week. I don't know if it'll happen next week. We'll see, but they are planning. Now, he was supposed to have presented testimony at, I believe it was on May 23rd. There was the hearing, and the UCLA president was there, or I believe his title is chancellor, and also Jonathan Holloway, the president of Rutgers, was there, having to respond for having allowed the woke DEI and CRT industry to usurp Rutgers campus, including the pro-Hamas mob terrorizing Jews. And he capitulated to the mob. I will do another video about that. And I know Holloway from Yale, and I asked him repeatedly to help me during the witch hunt at Yale, and he ignored me. And if he had helped me, then maybe he wouldn't be facing all of these egregious Title VI federal civil rights violations that are occurring, that he is allowing to occur on Rutgers campus, that he had to answer for before the House Committee on the Workforce and Education. I believe that's the title. So anyway, what this video is specifically about is that it's so important. So now, Salovey was supposed to present testimony, and then I guess because they thought that Yale was a somewhat lesser concern than UCLA and Rutgers, and I believe that the third president who had to respond and who gave testimony was from Northwestern. Yeah, that's right. It was Northwestern, UCLA, and Rutgers. And I believe the Northwestern president's name is Schill, is his surname, and I believe that is the Northwestern president. But anyway, so Salovey was supposed to be there, and then he got let off the hook. And so the committee said that they weren't letting him off the hook, but I feel like Yale keeps repeatedly getting let off the hook for anti-Semitism on campus and for the woke DEI and CRT industry. But so they said that they were going to interview him at a later date and transcribe the interview and then make the transcription available. So before that actually happens, it's super important that I get in contact with the committee, with as many committee members as I can, with Virginia Foxx and Elise Stefanik, I believe that's how she pronounces her name, specifically, and let them know what happened to me during the witch hunt at Yale. And the reason why this is so important is because the pro-Hamas mobs on campus are terrorizing Jews because the woke DEI and CRT industry and academia made anti-white racial terror okay again. And Jews are coded as white and oppressor. And the way in which the woke DEI and CRT industry and academia made anti-white racial terror against quote unquote oppressors okay again is by perpetrating BLM and Living While Black race hoaxes and targeting poor white students like me at Yale. This is what happened at Yale during the witch hunt at Yale. Yale President Peter Salovey perpetrated the Living or Napping While Black hate crime hoax at Yale so that he could use me as his Nazi, so that he could justify implementing his new woke DEI and CRT industry or bureaucracy belonging at Yale. The woke DEI and CRT industry in academia has been perpetrating BLM and Living While Black race hoaxes and targeting poor white students like me because they don't have enough anti-Black racism on campus to justify their multi-billion-dollar industry. And so they are targeting poor white students like me to justify implementing these woke DEI and CRT bureaucracies. This is the grossest violation of Title VI of the Federal Civil Rights Act, and this is why I have to file my Section 1981 complaint against Yale for anti-white race-based discrimination. And a Section 1981 complaint has to do with Yale's having violated its contractual obligations to me, specifically for, in my case, having denied me any due process whatsoever. And so this is why it's absolutely crucial that I get in touch with the committee before they interview Yale President Peter Salovey. And of course, Salovey is an outgoing president. He's going to step down in June. He's going to step down next month. I am sure he's going to step down after he's interviewed, and the new president will be announced, after the interview, and that there is one more meeting near the beginning of June for the Yale Corporation, the Yale Board of Trustees. And so if they have not yet voted on a president, they may have and just not announced it yet because of the chaos on campus, because of the pro-Hamas mobs terrorizing Jews. But I'm sure that they're going to have Salovey be the president who is interviewed by the committee, by the House Committee on Workforce and Education. So that's why it's really vital that I get in touch with the committee and make sure that they know to grill Salovey about the witch hunt at Yale. He created the pro-Hamas mob on campus at Yale terrorizing Jews. These are his children. This is his Frankenstein. These are his babies. He did this. This is 100% his fault. He has been rewarding students and encouraging students and helping students engage in this behavior for years, helping them perpetrate BLM and Living While Black race hoaxes, targeting white students like me. Okay? And so this is why this is 100% his fault. He perpetrated this race hoax targeting me because he wanted to use me as his Nazi to justify his implementing his woke DEI and CRT bureaucracy belonging at Yale. And to this day, he accuses me of trying to lynch Black students at Yale via the Yale campus police. And so now what is happening, he's been encouraging and rewarding students for perpetrating Living While Black race hoaxes. And now they are doing this against the Yale police. They accused current Yale Police Chief Anthony Campbell of trying to create another George Floyd when he arrested the students and I guess put a student on the ground and put his knee into the back of one of the students when they were protesting in front of President Salovey's house in New Haven. So So the chickens come home to roost. And this is why it's so important. It's really hard for me to feel sympathy, now that, he encouraged, Salovey encouraged and rewarded these students for perpetrating race hoaxes, and now they're perpetrating race hoaxes against him and against current Yale Police Chief Anthony Campbell. And so it's hard for me to have a lot of sympathy, but this is why it's so important for me to get in touch with the House Committee on the Workforce and Education before they interview Salovey, which I think will happen very soon. All right, I'll stop there. I'm gonna make more videos on this topic for sure, but I'll stop there for now. Have a great night, everyone. I'll have all my fundraising links below if you wish to support me, and I love you all so much. Okay, I'll talk to you soon.